Okay, the textbook structured in such a way that you just based on this, the one on page 2, 3, 4, correct? The mean, one standard deviation away from the mean. Then they have 2 standard deviation. And after that, they have 3 standard deviation, correct? Okay, and here is 0.3413, that kind of things. They can use all this to solve the problem. They have put it in such a way. Hello? Are you clear? There are 2 students, they mark their attendance and they get out of the class already. Okay, I don't know who is the 2. Okay. Okay, you don't have to use your graphic calculator to do. That is exercise 8C. Okay, any problem with exercise 8C? Okay, if you don't have a problem, can I ask you to try question 8? Can you spend some time to try question 8? They say 200 lifesavers compete in a swimming race. Their time were normally distributed with a mean of 10 minutes, 30 seconds, and a standard deviation of 15 seconds. Okay. Estimate the competitors, number of competitors who complete the race in a time. So will that T be the time taken? Okay, we shall put everything in minutes. Okay. So T is normally distributed with a mean equal to 10.5. And the standard deviation is equal to 15 seconds is 0.25. So your time must be consistent, okay? Hello? Okay, now. So when you say probability longer than 11 minutes, so I want the probability of longer than 11 minutes. Okay, for this one, you can use your graphic calculator and get the answer. Can you please? Take out your graphic calculator and get the answer. I will call you to give me the answer. Huh? $10.5, okay, not 10.3, huh? Sorry. Okay. Avika, what is your answer? Avika? Advika, can you hear me? Aiman,
Yes, miss.
what is the answer?
5.
Probability how to be 5? I'm talking about probability. I haven't do the number yet. Aiman,
0.02275.
thank you. 0.02275. Therefore, the number is, you take, because there are 200 lifesaver, correct? So 200 times 0.02275. So it's approximately 5. So it's approximately, is 4 point something, 4.55. So you can say approximately 5. Or you say approximately 4 also can. For me, I would prefer to round down. Do you know why? For me, I would prefer to write as 4 instead of 5. Do you know why? Because I want the area to be above. Yeah. Okay, so it's fine for both. Are you clear? Hello? So for part B, I want it to be less than 10 minutes. So probability of T less than 10.25. So you just be consistent with your unit for this case. Everything put in minute. Okay, so you find the probability, please. So same thing, you can use your graphic calculator and get the answer. Okay, please get the answer. Okay, Ian, Aiman, what is the answer? You know how to type in, huh? Negative 10 to the power of 99. That is the lower. Upper is 10.25. Mean the same. Standard deviation the same. Ian, Aiman, what is your answer? Ian?
Hello.
Yes.
0.1587.
0.15866. Okay, so therefore the number will be just times by 200 with this, right? So you got 31.73. So approximately 32. Okay, you just round accordingly. Yep. So the one between, you should be no problem. Am I right? So you all know how to use your calculator. For this one, if you don't want to use your calculator, based on the number here, you also can know how many standard deviation away. Okay, so now can I bring your attention to question 9? Can you please look at question 9? Everyone look at question 9. Question 9 is a very important question. Huh? Okay, I give you 5 minutes to look through for those who haven't tried. Mean plus 3 standard deviation. Okay, the question say that probability of the weight, the crop weigh more than 152 is equal to 0.84. So if you go to the table on page 23, you go to the page 234, which one add up will give you 84%. So 84%, it should be around here, am I right? The one to the right. So here is the mean. The area to the right here is 84%. Okay, so can you tell me it should be which one? Mean minus 2 standard deviation, is it? Or mean minus 1 standard deviation? Hao Zhe? Hao Zhe, can you tell me 84%, is it mean minus 2 standard deviation or mean minus 1 standard deviation?
-1.
Minus 1, correct. So that means I know that this 52 is mean minus 1 standard deviation equal to 152. So I got one equation from that. You get me? Hello? So another one, they give you another information that is, and probability of W more than 200 is equal to 0.16. So therefore, if this is the bell shape, this is the mean, greater the area must be to the right. Greater the area must be to the right. So the area to the right here is 0.16. Okay, now, so you tell me 200 is what? Go back to page 23 again and tell me 200. So here should be mean minus 1 standard deviation or mean minus 2 standard deviation. Or plus. So it should be plus.
Mean plus 1 standard deviation.
Okay, good. So I will write down mean plus 1 standard deviation. The answer is 200. Are you clear? So here is your 200. Here is your 152. So from here, I can solve and I can get the mean and the standard deviation. So I add the two up. So therefore the mean is equal to 176. And therefore the standard deviation will be equal to 200 minus 176. So I got 4, 7 minus 2, 24. And the unit should be gram. Are you clear? Okay. So if I don't have this, okay, everyone listen carefully. If I don't have the chart on page 234, is there any way I can use my graphic calculator, or is there any way that I can find the situation? Is there any way? Hello? Is there any way I can do this? Okay. So I'm going to go into 2(8)(e). So now everyone listen carefully. In statistic, in normal distribution, okay, we have such thing as called standard score. So now if I give you two raw data, okay, if I give you these two raw data about two subjects, okay, one is max method. Okay, max method result of student A. The other one is a EAL. Okay, I give you that the max method mark for this student is 52. The EAL mark for this student is 74. Okay, now, this is a raw data. Can you tell me which student perform better? They perform better in which subject? The student perform better in max method or in EAL? Just based on the raw score. Hello? Hao Xuan?
EAL.
EAL. So look, do you know why your ETA ranking is not based on your raw score? Why they want to put into grade? Okay, why they have such thing as scale score? Do you know what do you mean by scale score? Your ETA all is scale score. You get an A for max method and you get an A for EAL, correct? Your scale score will be maybe different. The reason is because I cannot just base on the raw score and judge the performance of a student. Okay, now I tell you that the max group, the distribution is normally distributed. And I tell you the mean is 51. And the standard deviation is 3. And the standard deviation is 13. Okay, for example only. And I tell you that the EAL mark is normally distributed. Okay, and the mean is 73. And the standard deviation is 7. So now, naturally, you tell me, this student perform better in max or EAL? Okay, just based on this judgment, now you judge.
EAL.
Okay, why you say EAL? What is your proof?
Because the normal distribution is 73.
This is student A. Student A score. This is the group score. It's normally distributed. Sharwin,
Yeah, yes, miss.
yeah, you think this student perform better in EAL or in max?
I think in maths,
Okay, how you know it's in max?
because Spreading is supposed to be big.
The spreading is big, so what? Okay, based on what I have learned so far, am I going to prove that this student A is perform better in maths than in EAL? How am I going to prove? Based on what I have learned so far, I can do some calculation of how many percent of the group will perform better than this student A in maths compared to in EAL. Can I do like that? Can I? You have your graphic calculator, correct? Can you perform the calculation? So you cannot just say, because the spread is bigger and it is above the mean. And for EAL, the spread is smaller and it is also above the mean. You cannot. You have to have numerical value or proof. You have to give me the proof. So you have to now count probability of M greater than 52. That means better than this student. And probability of percentage of student who is better than this student A. Okay, can you count the probability using your graphic calculator, everyone? I will ask you for the answer. Who is the lucky one? I don't know. Okay. Bram, what is the percentage of students perform better than student A in maths?
Miss, 1 minute, I'm still calculating.
Yeah, you keying in, is it?
Yeah,
Normal CDF,
yeah.
Can I have the answer? Lower is 52, highest, upper is 10 to the power 99. Mean is 51, standard deviation is 13. Paste.
0.4867.
48.
Sorry.
Oh, yes, you are right. I'm wrong. I typed 52. You are right, Bram. Now I see my own mistake. Yeah. So 0.49. Huh? How come I got 499? Yeah, I'm correct. My first one is correct.
Miss, is it 0.46934?
Yes, 4693. My first one is correct. 4693. Okay. Now, can someone give me what is the percentage of people students perform better than student A in EAL? Okay, done? Okay, your
Wait, miss, is it 0.5?
0.5?
Yeah.
Wait, 7. Okay, 0.443. Okay, now, based on this evidence, now you tell me, this student perform better in EAL or in maths? Slightly better in EAL compared to in maths, am I right? But if you look at the raw score, is way above, am I right? Hello? This one is only slightly better. For EAL, 44.3% of students perform better than student A in EAL. So that means student A perform better in EAL, slightly better than in maths method. Because the percentage of people perform better than him is less in EAL compared to in maths. But if you look at the raw score, it's way above, am I right? So is there any other way that I can do it? Okay, now, that is what you call it the scale score or standardized score. So in maths, any score with any mean and standard deviation, okay, I can scale it to the standard score. That is called the Z. And this standard score, the mean is 51, but the standard score, the mean is 0. Okay, so this standard score, the mean is 0, and the standard deviation is 1 unit. So that means if you are talking about 51 plus 13, that is 64. The corresponding standard score will be 1. Are you clear? Okay, so this got. So if you plus another 13, that is 77. The standard score will be 2. If it's less than the mean, 51 minus 13. So the standard score for 38 will be -1. Are you clear? So that is called the standard score. So if I have, so same go with EAL, you go the same thing. So if I have the mark of 52, so what will the standard score be? Can someone tell me? Based on this analogy, can you tell me what is the standard score for 52? Hello? So can you get a formula how to convert any score to standard score? Do you have the formula? Z equal to what? So 51, how to become 0? You have to minus the mean. Okay, like 64 minus the mean, you got 13. How you become 1? You divide by the standard deviation. So this is a formula for you to change any score to standard score. So this is called standardized score. So for maths, the standardized score will be 52 minus 51 divided by 13. Okay, so you get the standard score. For EAL, the standard score will be 74 minus 73 divided by 7. So this is 1/7. And this is 1/13. So the standard score for maths is smaller than the standard score for EAL. So therefore, student A performed better in EAL compared to in maths. So this is the quickest and the fastest way to do a comparison without finding the probability. Hello? Are you clear? So very important formula, standardized score. Any questions? So any score. So everything for your final, correct? They will convert all your grade and your final 20%, final 30%, correct? So you don't have to worry whether the paper is easy or difficult. Everything will be standardized. So you don't have to worry about your mark. They are not going to grade you by mark. They are going to grade you by standardized score. Are you clear? So if the paper is easy, then you have to be worried. If the paper is difficult, then you say, if I cannot answer all, it doesn't mean that I will that one. Right? Because definitely the mean will pull down. The standard deviation will be spread wider. So that's why every year we can't judge exactly what you will get, because you have to look at the overall of the performance of the students who take that cohort. Okay, usually the April intake, because we are compete with the China student. So especially maths, the performance are not as good because your competitor is stronger. Okay? But EAL performance for April intake will be better because China people, their English are not that good. But for November, you have to compete with the Australian. Because the Australian don't take the April intake paper. Okay? So that is the purpose of the standardized score. So standardized score, Z score, you know the mean, you know the standard deviation. No one is going to tell you, you know. Okay? So I'm going to solve just our question 9. We have the question 9, correct? Hello? So I'm going to solve the question 9 using this method. Shall we? Student? Okay. So I'm going to solve question 9 on page 236. Okay. I'm going to solve this problem using question 9. I'm going to use the standard score. Okay, so now we have this. We have this distribution about the weight, which is normally distributed. I don't know what is the mean. I don't know what is the standard deviation. But I know that. So I put down the Z score. Okay. So I know that if this is 152, so I have the corresponding Z score. I call it Z1. This area is 0.84. That is what the question gives me. Okay, so how am I going to find my Z1? So what I know is, I write down the equation first. Z1 is equal to 152 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation, correct? Am I right? So now how to find Z1 using your graphic calculator? Everyone, go to your graphic calculator, go under distribution, Okay, you tell me which one to use. 1, 2, 3, which one to use? Yes, Gladys, which one to use? One is normal PDF, second one is normal CDF, third one is inverse norm. Okay, use the third one. Okay, everyone select inverse norm. Second verse, then select the third one. Okay, you select inverse norm. What do you have? Can you please tell me what is on your screen? After you
Area,
press
mean,
area, come on,
standard deviation, and tail. Oh, sorry,
mean, standard deviation,
tail. And you have the option of left, center, and right.
you have tail. Okay, your calculator got, my calculator don't have, Okay, tail. What are the options for tail? Left,
Center and right.
center, right. Right? Okay, now, this area, you look at this area. Okay, so that means the size of this area is 0.84. We are talking about standard score. So the mean is 0, the standard deviation is 1. Okay, you look at the area, is it to the right or to the left?
To the right.
To the right, so select this one. Okay, then press. Anyone got anything that is different from what I show here? You please tell me, if you didn't tell me, I don't know, Okay, I assume everyone got the, okay, so what is the value come out from your calculator? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what is out from your calculator? Positive?
Negative, Miss.
Okay, yes. So you get negative, correct? Definitely must be negative because the mean is here. Wait, it's understood. It have to be negative, correct? Why? Because the area is more than 0.5. The mean is here, so this is 0. So you have to be negative. So you get negative 0.9945. Okay, I round up. Got it? So from here, I get one equation. Okay, now, same thing. Do the same for the next one. That is probability of W more than 200 is equal to 0.16. So probability of Z more than Z2 is equal to 0.16. So what you need to do is you change this area to 0.16. Then you tell me what is your Z2. So my Z2 will be 200 minus the mean over the standard deviation. Okay, what is Z2? Please tell me the answer. Okay, what do you get? 0.994. Fine. All right. For this question, it happened to be one is positive, one is negative because it is symmetrical. So now you know how to use your inverse norm. Okay, Kevin. Just now, why you show me the positive value. Your calculator, does your calculator have this tail? Anyone, your calculator is without this tail? Anyone, your graphic calculator is without tail? Hello? Sure, don't have, huh? No, you cannot ignore the negative. It depends on your calculator. Everyone, your calculator got this word tail, huh? Anyone without? Okay, so I assume everyone is, your calculator is different from mine. You with tail, huh? Okay, so I'm not going to bug on it. Okay, so that is why we need a standard score. Whenever the question don't have the mean and the standard deviation, correct? You need a standard score to help you to solve the problem. Hello? And standard score is also a quick way to compare by calculating the standard score. Okay. So on that note, yeah. Actually, I finished the whole thing. Okay. So I need you to go through all the questions in exercise. Huh? So tomorrow, I will try to answer any question in all the exercises, or I may discuss a few more. Yeah. So now, any question with this issue? Okay, now, since only left with around 5 minutes, so I set another question. So if I say, for example, I give you, given X is normally distributed with a mean of 31 and a standard deviation of 3. Find the value of X such that more than 81% of X is less than find the value of K. Sorry, such that 81% of X is less than K. Okay, how am I going to do this? So I will write down probability of X less than K. The probability is 0.81. Okay, so how am I going to find the value of K? You think the value of K is more than 31 or less than 31? Based on your judgment. Nick? More than 31. Why? Because the probability here is 31. This is 0.81. All right? So it should be more than 31. So now when I take out my calculator, if I want to find the X score here, the value of K, I definitely have to use inverse norm. So K will be equal to inverse norm Okay, so you go to your inverse norm, you type in the area. So the mean is 31, the standard deviation is 3. You have to select left or right. You have to select left or right. You have to select left. You try and see whether you can get your K or not. Okay, what is the value of K? Shini? Shini, what is the value of K? Thanks for those who have typed in. You see, some of you, okay. So what is important is you have to know how to use your graphic calculator in this case, and you know how to analyze. So as you move along, I will tell you how to use the center later on. Okay. So on that note, how to interpret the area, how to use inverse norm, how to use normal CDF, everything is there already. So can you please try all the questions in your textbook? Yeah. So thank you, class. I will see you tomorrow.
Miss.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.